Tonight, our coverage as video footage shows an Indigenous teen being forcibly restrained by security guards in British Columbia, prompting allegations of racial profiling. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. This is Muslim News Canada on Muslim Network TV. I'm Elia Batul. An Indigenous father, Sino General, alleges his daughter has been racially profiled at a mall in British Columbia. This comes as video footage circulating on social media shows an Indigenous teen forcibly restrained by security guards at Guildford Town Centre in Surrey. The 16-year-old was with friends when security accused her of stealing. The teen offered to show her bag. However, video footage shows the teen being tackled to the ground, prompting her to cry out in frustration. General says his daughter has been singled out while her non-Indigenous friends have not been targeted. Paladin Security, responsible for the guards, is investigating the incident in collaboration with Surrey Police. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police say they arrested the teen for assault. The teen was later released into her guardian's care. General is considering taking legal action to hold those involved accountable. The federal government is set to offer compensation to Inuit in Nunavik for the mass slaughter of sled dogs in the 1950s and 1960s. Over 1,000 dogs crucial to the Inuits' livelihood were killed by authorities. The slaughter devastated the Inuit way of life, stripping them of their independence and mobility. Many Inuit were left without their traditional means of transportation. The compensation will help families and fund cultural programs to preserve the sled dog tradition. The move follows decades of calls for justice. Pita Atami, president of the Makivik Corporation, has been leading the campaign since 1999. Crown Indigenous Relations Minister Gary Ananda Sangiri will visit Nunavik to apologize on behalf of the government. In 2011, the government of Quebec apologized for the slaughter and gave former sled dog owners $3 million in compensation. Students at Dawson College in Montreal, Quebec have voted in favor of a one-day strike to show solidarity with Gaza. The motion passed with 447 to 247 votes. A picket line is planned outside the College of General and Vocational Education on November 21st. Supporters of the strike argue that the Canadian government is complicit in the conflict through weapons contracts with Israel. They say it is important to stand in solidarity with Palestinians, particularly students in Gaza, who have been unable to attend school since early October. They see the strike as a way to express opposition to the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. The Jewish Students Association at Dawson have opposed the notion. Some students worry about the strike's impact on their education, particularly as exams approach. Others question the effectiveness of the strike. They are expressing doubts whether canceling classes for a day will lead to meaningful change. Today is the 409th day since the onset of Israel's war on Gaza. Doctors Without Borders report a significant increase in displaced individuals seeking medical care at Gaza City Clinic. Gaza's health ministry reports Israeli airstrikes today have killed 76 Palestinians. 158 have been wounded. 7 of the casualties have been targeted by a bombing near Al-Jala Street in Gaza City. 17 of them have been killed in a raid near Kamal Adwan Hospital. In southern Gaza, 4 people have been killed in an attack on tents in a so-called safe area near Khan Yunis. 2 of the victims were children. Israel's indiscriminate attacks in Gaza have killed at least 43,922 Palestinians. More than 100,000 have been injured. Israel faces a genocide case at the International Court of Justice for its deadly war on Gaza. In southern Lebanon, Israel's airstrikes have intensified, killing at least 26 people. 8 of them have been targeted in the city of Nabatea. U.S. envoy Amos Hochstein is scheduled to travel to Beirut tomorrow to negotiate a potential ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah. In Lebanon, at least 3,481 civilians have been killed since October last year. 14,786 have been injured. Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar has criticized a draft declaration from the G20 summit on its Gaza war. Sa'ar is calling the draft both balanced and biased. Sa'ar is urging the final statement to explicitly recognize Israel's right to defend itself. He says the statement should condemn Palestinian group Hamas and Lebanon's Hezbollah. Sa'ar warns any statement failing to address these points would undermine regional peace and security. The summit starts today in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman will miss the G20 summit. The two-day summit starts today. Close sources say the prince is absent due to a prolonged ear condition. They say the inflammation is likely caused by frequent long-haul flights the prince took this year. This is the second time in recent months that the Crown Prince has cancelled a major trip. Earlier, he postponed a planned visit to Japan due to his father King Salman's health concerns. It has been 20 years since the passing of Palestinian leaders Yasser and Fathi Arafat. Their legacy still shapes the lives of Palestinians. On November 11, 2004, the world mourned the loss of Yasser Arafat, the chairman of Palestinian Liberation Organization. He died in Paris under mysterious circumstances. It is suspected that he was poisoned. His brother Fathi, gravely ill from cancer, died shortly after. Fathi's son, Tariq Arafat, now works to keep the vision of his father and uncle alive. He is managing initiatives to support displaced Palestinians. Tariq recalls the sacrifices of his father and uncle. He says they both were driven by a deep commitment to their people. November's full moon made a stunning appearance on Saturday night as the last supermoon of the year. The supermoon occurs when the moon is at its closest point to the Earth in its orbit. This month's full moon is known as Beaver Moon. This lunar phase captivated viewers worldwide. The supermoon was 224,853 miles away from Earth. It was the third smallest supermoon this year. However, it still appeared about 10% larger and brighter than an average full moon due to its proximity to Earth. The next full moon, the cold moon on December 15th, will mark the final lunar event this year. For now, the Beaver Moon remains the highlight of this year's lunar calendar. That's all from our Toronto studios. Thank you for watching Muslim News Canada. We are a community channel dedicated to bringing you stories you can trust. Please like, share, and subscribe to our content. You can also comment to let us know what you think of our coverage. You can donate now by visiting muslimnetwork.tv/donate. For more content, keep watching Muslim Network TV.